All right, well, welcome everyone to the Woolamai Beach Lifesaving Club 2020-2021 virtual presentation night. Special welcome and acknowledgement to all the life governors, life members and former presidents and board members that are with us tonight. At last year's event, I was actually recorded it in the tower where Terry and a few of the others are wearing a very sparkly green lifesaving cap made by Barb Webb. Continuing the tradition this year, this is a handmade Barb Webb original knitted for me at the start of winter. So thanks to Barb. We should be selling a few of them at the merchandise at Nippers this year. And special mention to Barb, who spends hundreds of hours sewing our life-saving caps, nipper caps, and the special event caps. So thank you to Barb. Tonight's program, quick speech by myself. Louise Smith will be giving us an update on the work of the Sustainability Committee. And then there's a pre-recorded presentation of the awards for last season. And then just an open forum at the end, I believe, Hugo, for any conversation or questions that people want to ask at the end. So before we begin, get too far into the conversation, massive thank you to the following members who have made tonight's event possible. Ellie, Campbell, Christos, Ryan, Hugo, Terry, Will, and Michael, aka Boo, who I know is also standing in the tower with Terry. So thank you to everyone who put a massive effort into tonight's event under difficult circumstances to organise all of the recordings that you'll see in about 5 or 10 minutes. Looking back on last season, a couple of highlights to talk about. First up, from an operational perspective, it was fantastic to see in all of the time, the 10, 15 years I've been involved in the club, we received an unusually high number of thank you messages and letters of appreciation from members of the public, council, and local government members for our service and rescues. Smiths Beach, if you remember, in particular last season was incredibly busy. I don't think I've ever seen it as busy as it was. And there was a week or two where we had extraordinarily strong east-southeast and southeast winds. And it actually created a trench right up the middle of the beach. And unfortunately, that trapped quite a large number of swimmers. So we were very busy at Smiths Beach last year. Additionally, we had a mess rescue with 8 people caught in a rip at Woolamai. And thanks to the dedication and training of all of our members, there were no drownings at any of the beaches that we were patrolling during the season. Finally, for the first time last season, we filled a full roster of Smiths Beach. Sorry, I just got a message there. For the first time last season, we got a full roster of Smiths. We filled all of the rosters at Smiths Beach, which demonstrates the depth of our life-saving services team. On the grants and assets front, the major news was a $251,000 win for the Emergency Services Rebuilding Fund. I know Clarkie's online tonight, so first up, thanks to Smarty and his team for all of the work they do in grants. But Clarkie has absolutely dedicated himself with enormous hours through the last year to the Rebuilding Services Fund and making that project delivered, and it built on the work that was first done of Pick My Project. So thank you, Clarkie. The club successfully ran a Nippers program, and I must admit, probably this time last year, or maybe October last year, we honestly didn't think Nippers were going to get on the beach. We managed to get a program on both Smiths and Woolamai waters, and it was so well run when LSV came to audit us for our COVID compliance. They noted how well Nippers was prepared, our beach set up, and the organisation that had gone into it. So congratulations to Charles and his team for making it happen in very difficult circumstances. The hours that they put in those last couple of weeks were extraordinary. So thank you very much. The training team ran over 20 separate requalification sessions before the start of last season. And that puts an enormous strain on the members involved. So to all of the trainers, thank you very much. They were highly organised, they ran like clockwork. There are a few things we even picked up that, in future seasons will probably follow. So again, looking to the season ahead, the training team is getting smashed. So for last season, thank you to everyone involved. After we ratified the changes of the Constitution 2 years ago, we established the Development Fund Board. And during the year, the board has been created and had its first meeting. So congratulations to Richard Wong, who was elected the board chair. Financially, the club managed to make a small operating profit, but I think it turned into an actual net loss after depreciation at the end of the day, after the financial results were published. But to have any form of almost net zero result or small profit in a COVID year is quite extraordinary. So thank you to AJ, James and Rochelle for guiding us through last year. Special mention to Rochelle, who stepped down as our administration clerk. I don't think anyone who saw the work that, or anyone will forget the work that she did with Pick My Project, and most of that was volunteers. So thank you to Rochelle. A great season with competition, with Aidan, Ryder and Max representing the club at the junior state champs. And special mention to Aidan, who won a gold medal in the 2 kilometre run. At this year's AGM, Jeremy, Hannah and Riley stepped down from the board. So thank you very much to the three of them for their dedicated service over the years on the board. And finally, thank you to all of last year's board members who worked tirelessly to keep the club moving forward, particularly with the added pressures of COVID. Most of the presidents of the clubs in LSV say COVID added between 20 and 30% to the workload of the volunteers, and everyone should be proud of the efforts that were put in. And the club is certainly in a fantastic position to continue to grow and prosper in the future. Formally as president, I'd like to personally thank Stafford, Max, Tomo and Ron, who have been magnificent supporters during the last year, and all of them put in many hours behind the scenes helping me execute the role of president. Without the four of them, it would simply not be possible. So thank you very much. Looking to the season ahead, a couple of highlights to call out. Everyone should do themselves a favour and take a look, go down to the clubhouse, drive past the residence, check out the new deck, the new nippers shed. There's a huge amount of new equipment in the club gear house. The purchase of the movable storage for motors, boats and boards has made a huge difference to how much space we have in the clubhouse or the gear shed and how much easier it is to move around. So certainly do yourself a favour, get down there and have a look. And thank you to everyone who's been involved in putting that together. Unfortunately, as part of the new normal of living with COVID-19, there are going to be a number of compliance requirements the club and its members need to meet in the season ahead. First, massive thank you to David Ellison and Hugo Richter for their work last year and this year as well for stepping up and being our COVID compliance officers. They're both worthy winners of last season's President's Award for the hundreds of hours they put into preparing our COVID plans, attending LSV meetings, often weekly, for hours, and ensuring the club was ready for both seasons. Looking to the season ahead of us, all members aged 12 and over must be fully vaccinated before attending any club facility or participating in any patrol or event. As a side note, I literally just checked before this meeting the LSV COVID portal, and we're only sitting at about 30% of members who have actually uploaded their COVID certificate. So for those who are planning to get down to the club or patrol or be involved in events, can you please upload your certificate as soon as possible? As a side note, it actually took me 3 goes for it to work. So if you've thought you've done it before, it might be perhaps it hasn't quite stuck. There is a link in the monthly newsletter on how to upload your vax certificate if you're unsure. For those who are unable or unwilling to be vaccinated, there are always roles for you to help with, to make you feel involved and maintain contact with the club. Please reach out to your patrol captain, senior member or any board member, and we certainly find you a job that you can stay close with the club. There's a never-ending list of admin, surf guard, registrations for training, organising training events behind the scenes. The list is endless. So we can certainly find activities for those who can't get vaccinated before the season starts. In exciting news, and with little asterisks, all things being equal with COVID, Cobb Champs will return this year, and I understand we're planning to run them on the 15th of January next year. So nice and close to the height of the season and before everyone's returned back to Melbourne. So please put that in your diary, the 15th of Jan, and there'll certainly be some more correspondence about that shortly. I believe it's our first Rainbow Zinc Patrol will be held on Saturday, the 26th of Jan. I think we're still looking for a patrol captain or two to lead that one. So please contact Annie if you're keen. We're looking to hold a club open day. Dates to be determined, but an open day for the public, school kids, etc., to come through and actually see what it's like to be involved in an operating lifesaving club like ours. We're very hopeful our events will return. The planning is going ahead. Bookings are being taken for all of the events this season. Little Nippers Dash won't run. However, all other events, last I heard, as of only a few days ago, are still planned to go ahead in 2022. And there has been some correspondence go out about that. So if you're thinking of having a little bit of a swim across the channel and run over the bridge, then register now. Quick reminder to all of our members to read the weekly and monthly club announcements. Ryan, our new communications director, has continued to build on the momentum with communications created by Riley. And the stream of updates, I don't think has ever been so frequent. It's a huge task for Ryan to coordinate that and write a lot of those updates. And so if you're unsure what's happening in the club, please have a look at those announcements. Requal is coming up very soon. The bookings are available on the LSV website. Again, links in the weekly and monthly newsletters. And while you're out there, thank you to the Close family. While you're requalling, don't forget to thank the trainers and assessors. Like last year, we're looking to run an enormous number of requalifications, and in many cases, the trainers and assessors are giving up entire weekends on top of all of the other work they do. We are limited because of COVID and LSV rules on how many people we can put through at any one time. So don't be shy and go up to them and say thanks for all of the effort that the training crew put into getting us through the season. It's an extraordinary amount of work. A short note on, I've actually been contacted by multiple people, and in fact, including myself. My oldest son is an example where we can't actually get kids through to their bronze medallion. We currently have over 100 kids on our waiting list for bronze medallion. Unfortunately, even above and beyond COVID restrictions, LSV have currently got a restriction of 16 attendees per course. Now, for a big club like us, that is just ludicrous. I know there's so a number of the big clubs starting to pressure LSV to change this. I personally wrote to LSV during the week and said, quite frankly, they're kidding themselves. Because it's not just a short-term problem for the season ahead, but in 2 or 3 years, as people naturally, leave the club or go and do other things in their life, it's going to leave the club short, or all the clubs short, and that puts the public at risk. So I'm very fingers crossed that they'll see the light and remove that, quite frankly, stupid restriction. So to everyone, we're trying our best, but it's certainly not a club restriction, that's 16 attendees per course. In great news, we can hold events at the clubhouse again. However, there is a social distance limitation to adhere to, but above and beyond that, now that more people are vaxxed and we're opening up, the clubhouse is open for use during the patrol season. and patrols can enjoy post-patrol events. The bar will be open, barbecues, other night evenings that we have and social gatherings can now occur. Just a side note, we've invested nearly $400,000 in the last few years in our clubhouse. So I just ask that everyone keeps it clean and tidy. Try to keep it tidier than when you found it, because we want it to last for many years to come. While talking about the clubhouse, tomorrow morning, 9 till 12, I think it's Boo and John are organising, and sorry if I got that wrong, are organising a spring clean for the clubhouse. So if you're on the island or you're looking for something to do tomorrow, many hands make light work. Get down there and help everyone out. We're also providing lunch. Next year, all things being equal, we should be able to hold presentation night in person, and put in your calendars. We've reserved the Silverwater Resort for the 28th of May. We are looking to lock that in at the moment. It's not completely confirmed, but that's what we're hoping. So put it in your diary that hopefully we'll all be able to get together on the 28th of May next year for our first presentation night in a couple of years in person. Finally, thank you to everyone for attending, and I look forward to seeing you down the beach at Woolly shortly. Up next is Louise, who's going to give us an update on the work the Sustainability Committee is doing in the season ahead. Over to you, Louise.
Thank you, Mark. I think Hugo is going to be popping up a PowerPoint.
Yes, I'll be doing that. Could I just quickly ask everyone to please turn their cameras and mics off just while we're presenting content to help things run smoothly and keep the internet flowing? There we go. Can we all see that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Hold on, I cannot yet. Oh wait, now we can. Beautiful. So thank you everyone for logging on tonight, and thank you Mark for that introduction. Along with James Henderson and Ben Trethui, I've got the pleasure of leading our sustainability group and committee this season. So essentially the sustainability group is a relatively new addition to Woolamai. A couple of seasons ago, it was identified that we could implement a number of initiatives to improve our environmental footprint as a surf club. It goes without saying that we have a pretty special beach to work on, and I think we have both a responsibility and also an opportunity to keep not only the public safe, but the land that we work upon safe too. So just jump to the next slide if that's okay. Beautiful. So our vision for Woolly is to give back to the environment that we love and doing our bit to protect it so that future generations can also enjoy it. We'll just move on to beautiful. In terms of our long-term goals, we'd love to be net zero one day at the surf club. But beyond, I guess, the physical alterations that we can make, we'd also really like to engage as much of the membership as what we can. Education is empowerment, and at Woolamai we are a family. So everyone going home to their own individual communities when they leave the club, I guess engages the broader community, and through that I think we can make some quite definitive change. Next slide, thank you. What has been done so far? So we've been liaising with some other surf clubs. For example, the South Melbourne Surf Club is they've just rebuilt their clubhouse, and they actually popped in an energy management system, which quantifies all the different appliances that they have within the surf club, and actually visually represents it on a screen. So every member that walks in can have a look at the screen and see how much energy the solar panels are generating, and also where the energy is being utilized within the club. So that would be something really cool to pop into our surf club, and from that we can, I guess, work out where our energy is being used and pop in some sustainable changes. I should mention as well here that this is not just the work of the Sustainability Club. This is also work that has been done by individuals. Clarkie's definitely a key member in all of this as well. So the solar has now been connected up to the club, so we can benefit from that. Sensor lights have been installed, so when we forget to turn off the light, we can, I guess, preserve some of the energy that would otherwise be wasted. We've got some new shower heads so we can benefit from still enjoying our nice warm showers on a cold day, but also keeping the environment in mind. Our trigger hoses sometimes are accidentally left on, so by popping in triggers on the end of them, we can ensure that we're not wasting water unnecessarily. We've also been engaging as much as been possible over the past couple of years through some beach cleanups, some sustainable dinners where the food has been sourced, and I guess a more sustainable manner from various providers, and also doing some documentary screenings. And we're really excited by, I guess, this education and engagement space now that restrictions have been eased. Jump onto the next. Beautiful, thank you. So we have a few goals for this year, and it kind of falls under 4 different categories, that being energy, waste, awareness and events, and engagement. So we've got a few goals underneath that. We'd love to implement our energy management system, reduce some electricity, gas and water. We'd love to improve upon our waste management system. At the moment, all of our waste is going to landfill, so we have an opportunity to separate that out there. And also, yeah, I guess engage that broader community through education and awareness, as well as have a little bit of fun along the way. Here you go, thank you. So sort of just been through this, but essentially, yeah, we'd love to pop in that energy management system when we have the funding to do so, and from that we'll be able to identify the areas where we can save on some energy. We'd love to pop in a soft plastics bin, a textiles bin, and so we can therefore separate out that rubbish and create an actual effective recycling system. As well as the low-hanging fruit, replacing some of our kitchen and bathroom cleaning products with some more eco-friendly brands. And also a second-hand store. It's no secret that our first patrolling uniform certainly, or hopefully won't be our last when we're 13. We're a very different size to when we're all grown up. So being able to recycle those uniforms will be really effective, and I know something we would have benefited from, or I would have benefited from when I was younger. Our next goal is to raise awareness within the community, and hopefully in turn actually end up raising awareness throughout, I guess, the Phillip Island community and also back home for those who are travelling to Woolamai. Some of our social events that we have in mind is an op shop ball, a few more beach cleanups and documentary nights, hopefully some guest speakers. Ben Trethui actually has access to a machine which melts down plastic, which we could pick up on the beach, and we could turn that through a 3D printer into some hand planes for everyone to enjoy, which would be pretty cool. And also incorporating a module into our SRC in Bruns Camp, providing that, I guess, educational element of the implementations that we're making throughout the clubhouse, but also just some easy behavioural changes that we can all make. And also to engage through social media so we can keep everyone up to date in what we're doing. And our last goal is just, I guess, as a group to keep the ball rolling and have some monthly meetings. So we initially began with a sustainability committee, and we've now decided to separate it into 2 different groups. So we have our sustainability group, which is our broader community and is kind of the representation within our current Facebook group, which if you're not a part of, I definitely recommend getting on board. And that group will be engaged in, I guess, larger events and social activities. And then we have our sustainability committee, which is a smaller group of people. It's about 6 to 7 at the moment. We're meeting monthly, and I guess that's aimed at the logistical aspect of achieving our projected goals. So yeah, that's a very motivated and knowledgeable group who's making some real effective change. So if any of these ideas have sparked an interest within you, I'd really recommend jumping into the Facebook page, or if you don't have Facebook, contacting us directly. And we really look forward to what the future may hold for this group, and watch this space. think that's all from me, so I'll handball it back to you, Hugo.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Louise. I think it's really great to see how the Sustainability Committee has developed and grown over the last few years, and it's really making great strides to help modernise our club and keep us on track to protect the lovely environment that we have down at Woolamai. I will now share with you all a video of the Woolamai presentation night, which was put together by Terry and Michael Butler. So I'll share my screen with you now so that you can all see that. It goes for about 47 minutes and just goes through all of the awards that the recipients from last year have won, and also some fun little skits that Michael threw in there. So yeah.
Hi everyone, if you don't know me, I'm Ellie, and Christos and I were supposed to MC the presentation night this year, but we've got a little recap of the season and some of our highlights instead. So the season started for me anyway in December with requal and a run, swim, run, and this is the start of the season where I always am confused about whether I'm supposed to know spinal management or not. And of course, starting to patrol again. We were all keen to be back on the beach after a challenging year in 2020, especially with the new addition of the Punchies Penguins Patrol. Volunteer patrols on the weekend saw preventative actions, sunshine and rip swims, as well as our members dealing with some more serious first aids and rescues. This is more of a personal highlight, but this year I was lucky enough to go on dev camp at Waratah Beach, where I expanded my skills and got to meet some amazing people, and I finally learnt spinal management properly. We managed to fit in a successful pink zinc patrol with sunshine, which made it super busy on the beach, but both guys and girls rocking pink made sure that the beach was safe all day. Sadly, a snap lockdown around the time of Blue Zinc meant that it couldn't be as engaging, but some really committed members signed up and got down for a masked patrol. Throughout the season, we had patrol dinners, countless sunset pics, board paddles, although not really me, I'm not into board paddles. And on a more serious note, some successful rescues, including the Hellfish mass rescue, which was really humbling for me to witness, but I think Christos is going to cover this a bit more later on. This season, I was so lucky to meet and get to know so many of our existing members and new people as well, and I tried to remember as many names as I could. So Christos is going to take you through the back end of the season, as well as some of his highlights. And although this season didn't come without challenges due to COVID and other stuff, we've had an incredible season, and I can't wait for what this year brings.
Thank you, Ellie. The season had its fair share of exciting moments. We had the Smithsonian Patrol, rostered at Smiths for a few days. The Islanders provided high-quality entertainment with their themed nights, with awesomely misspelled awards. We had post-patrol training sessions and board paddles, and we were also able to run camps such as the IRB camp, where I may or may not have nearly killed our president. In the larger scheme of things, as we all know, each and every one of the people who are watching this today have made a massive contribution of their time and skills to create a safe, inclusive environment for all members of the public. This is an achievement that we all take pride in, and is particularly resonated through our prominent stance on the beach, as we all share the feedback we receive from the public and the people around us. The unfortunate consequences of the previous year have changed a lot about what it means to be a surf lifesaver. Regulations altered the way we operate on the beach and limited our access to our facilities. The pandemic's additional strains challenged many members of our community. However, what resonated with me the most this season was the ability for a community to adapt and grow in these challenging times. Behind the scenes, there are people who take away time from their week all year round to create incentives, events, and opportunities for all of us. This year, they have worked harder than ever to provide all the activities and opportunities that make Surf Life Saving and Woolamai Surf Life Saving Club what it is today. And with that, the key message I would like you to take from today's presentation is that each person who is involved in a volunteer organization is someone else's superhero without knowing it, because either directly or indirectly, they're helping the world become a safer and happier place. Thank you for listening to Ellie and myself speak about the previous season. We hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Hello there folks, welcome to the 2020-21 Woolamai Beach Surf Lifesaving Club virtual presentation night. I'm Boo and it's been one of the most challenging seasons for all of us here at Woolamai Beach. Join us for a night of awards as we celebrate the season. Let's kick it off with the Presidential Award. Take it away, Campbell Smart.
Thanks both for joining me.
Ready to go?
David, thanks for joining, and Hugo as well. I was talking about the 2021 season. David, you're a COVID coordinator, dealing with all that sort of stuff, as well as Hugo, having to get the QR codes together and sort of get the COVID safe and COVID ready. Hugo as well, you're a vice patrol captain. Both just want to tell me a bit about yourself, your life-saving journey, particular emphasis on last season. So David, kickstart us off, mate.
All right, no worries. So look, I've been involved in surf lifesaving for a while. I was in the Bay, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I joined up down at Woolly as soon as I come back from living over in the UK and stuff. So I've been, this is my third season now down at Woolly, and loving it down there. And it was last season. It was about this time last season when all the COVID stuff was really making its presence known with LSV. And I get a phone call from Mark Bain saying, "Hey, look, I saw that you put your hand up, to help us out with the COVID stuff." And I was like, yeah. Now, bear in mind, I just had a baby, so I only had a weeks-old baby crying on one arm. And Mark Baines asked, "Oh, yeah, so would you mind, would you like to be the coordinator and spearhead it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sure I can help you out. How hard can it be? Put up a couple of signs, it'll be all good." And then, we started down the rabbit hole of what is COVID-19. And, I was really happy with the way the club lifted to the challenge, and we're all COVID safe. We didn't have any dramas, and, looking forward to another big season this year.
Happy days. Yeah, look, thanks for all the effort, you put in. It's a massive job. And like you said, we sort of stepped up to the plate. So credit to yourself for that. Hugh, similar boat. You were doing that as well as vice patrol captaining and a few other things. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so this is coming up my 6th season now at the club. I went through bronze with Upway. Loved it. First season was great. First few seasons after that, started building up my awards and things like that, like my IRB drivers and crew and that kind of stuff, jumping on camps when I could. And then COVID struck. So kind of tried to deal with that as best we could. I kind of put my hand up saying I wanted to help out a little bit more around the club because I'd sort of seen the whole patrolling side of it, but I wanted to kind of learn what was going on behind the scenes. So got together and was working with Dave at getting the facility back up and running. You know, lots of restocking of first aid supplies, putting up signage, making sure everyone was aware of what was going on. And it was kind of nice actually because it let me get down to the club a bit earlier than everyone else in the off season, getting those permits so I could actually kind of enjoy those last few weeks of lockdown, which was really nice. But yeah, stepped up as vice patrol captain, learning the ropes. It's great. I love it. Spend as much time at the club as I can. I'm normally pretty busy, but yeah, I just love helping out and learning new things. So yeah, I'm hoping to keep that going on the next season as well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, look, like I said, it's a credit to both of you guys for sort of jumping aboard. You both, do your own sort of thing. David, you got a little Tucker coming along. I saw some photos of him in his surf rescue gear pointing out the water. So yeah, you've got your handful, no doubt, and Hughes as well with uni and all your other commitments. So look, the club just wants to say thanks for all your hard work. You've both been awarded. Mark Bain has actually selected both of you to win the President's Award for that season. So joint winners of the President's Award. So on behalf of Mark and the club, we'd just like to thank you both. So hopefully that's a nice surprise for you.
Cheers, thank you very much. Yes.
Good honour.
No worries at all. Look, thanks again, guys.
Welcome back, guys. And congratulations, Hugo and Dave. It's blokes like you, with your hard efforts in such a challenging year, that make this club as great as it is. Moving on, it's time for the Club Captain's Award, the prestigious Norm Ritchie Award. Let's find out who takes this award home.
All right, thanks, Danny and Nick, for joining me. The absolute weapons of the Islanders Patrol, as I can see in the background there. Very, very nice. Yes, Islanders, Woolamai Beach. Very good. Look, we're just talking about the 2021 season in particular. You're both patrol captains of the Islanders. You've done amazing things with not only the patrol, but for the club and our younger members. So maybe Nick, start us off. What did you enjoy about last season? How much fun did you have? Why do you come back? Why do you love what you do, mate?
I keep coming back because I love the place and I love the people, and I'm pretty sure that's what most people will say. But I always want to improve, and I want to improve the club, and I want to improve our patrol, and I want to make people want to come back. And that's pretty much why I keep doing what I do, because, yeah, if people want to come back, then we're going to prosper.
Yeah, awesome. I think you're in a good position to sort of help the younger members join as well, and just really get involved and develop them. Like, what are some of the things that Islanders did this season to sort of improve their members?
Oh, so many. Like, from a leadership point of view, we tried so hard to implement new things. So, like, we made a flag, we had all these fun activities, and it was so hard. It was such a weird season, like, with COVID. So at the start of the season, you could only have a certain amount of members. I think we just tried really hard to make it fair amongst everyone. And then for the times that we could have a bunch of members, throwing on cool activities like the Hawaiian night and things like that to make sure people come back and know Islanders is such a great place to be.
I think, yeah, as Danny said, I think the one biggest thing that we did was we included everyone, and we had a voting system, and we had our own presentation night. And we gave our own awards out to people who we thought deserved them and who gave us great service throughout the season. And it was voted on by the people who turned up on patrol. So that's the sort of thing that, kept people coming back.
Yeah, that's right. I think each patrol has their own sort of little memento, a little twist on things. And, Islanders really stepped up this year. And, at the end of the season, I got a bit of a shock. And I was like, I was patrol captain Sandman, and I was like, oh, no, I've been showing up here. And, you guys did
we're
awesome.
We're a force to be reckoned with, Campbell.
Yeah, you most certainly are. Yeah, the rivalry is strong, so that's good. But, yeah, look, Islanders did amazing things. You guys, absolute legends of the club. It's a real credit to you guys, and we're really glad that you guys sort of stepped up and are willing to go around again. So on behalf of the club, in particular Josh Cottier, the club captain, he would like to offer you and award you the Norm Ritchie Memorial Award, which is basically the Club Captain's Award in recognition for your outstanding contribution to Woolamai Beach Surf Lifesaving Club during the 2021 season. So you're both joint winners. This is Nick's, and Danny, you've got your own. So congratulations to both of you, and thank you on behalf of the club.
Thanks, Campbell.
That
Thanks,
is
Josh
awesome.
and everyone. Oh,
No,
God.
well, yeah, Josh was stoked with your performance. You really stepped up to the plate, and it shows. Look at you guys. You guys are so chirpy and happy, and the members love coming back to your patrol. So keep up the good work this season.
Hello, can I have a Barney banana, please?
Sure can. $2.
Very reasonably priced.
Thank you.
Thanks,
The
Jeff.
range we have sometimes too.
Congratulations, Danny and Nick. Fantastic efforts, guys. The next awards are the Most Dedicated Service Award and Most Improved Member. Tune in, folks.
All right, guys, thanks for joining me, Rex and Jack. Both very enthusiastic young emerging leaders of the club. I just wanted to capture your guys' lifesaving journey, particular emphasis on last season, the 2021 season. Unfortunately, we were unable to have our presentation night. So, Rex, can you tell us a bit about last season, what you enjoyed about the club, why do you come back, that sort of thing, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. I started my lifesaving journey through Upwey High in 2018. And in the last season, completed Dev Camp with you, Campbell, leading it, which was an absolutely great opportunity to do. Even through COVID, we somehow managed to do it. And now completed gold a few weeks ago.
Happy days. Yeah, why do you come down to all the patrols, mate? I know that all the patrol captains say that you're a valued member of all their patrols as well. I don't even know which patrol you are anymore. You're just so enthusiastic and so involved, mate. So why do you come down every weekend and what's going on?
I just absolutely love, working, volunteering down with everyone, just doing the work itself, helping, serving the community a bit. Also, just getting down for a bit of fun.
No, you're absolute legend, mate. The club thanks you for everything you do. Jackie boy, similar thing, mate. You involved through Upwey. Tell us a bit about yourself, your lifesaving journey. What did you enjoy about last season?
Yeah, similar to Rex, I did my bronze in 2019 with Upwey. Last season, I had an absolute ball. I'm from Islanders. The experience down at the club has been honestly life-changing for me. The skills that I've learned and the people that I've met have been a huge appreciation for me. I've enjoyed every bit down at the club.
Yeah, absolute legend, mate. What's in the future for you in terms of lifesaving? You're obviously very dedicated. So what do you see yourself doing in the future?
I definitely see myself doing a dev camp and definitely improving my skills within the club. I'd love to take on a bigger role possibly next season as well, maybe vice captain or anything like that, but I definitely want to keep working my way up in the club. I really enjoy doing it.
Absolute legend, mate. Yeah, well, look, you're doing the right things. The club recognises it. And so on behalf of the club, Jack, firstly, I'd like to award you Most Improved Member for the 2021 season. So, you obviously are doing the right things. You're down there, you're improving your skills. So it's a real credit to yourself. So congratulations, Jack, you've won that award.
Thank you very much, Campbell. Appreciate it.
Sexy Rexy, you have won the Dedicated Service Award. It is no doubt that you have been the most dedicated member for the 2021 season. Like I said, all the patrol captains say that you're part of their patrol, which I don't even know which patrol you are because you're just down every weekend, mate. So to both of you guys, congratulations, 2021 award winners. So yeah, thanks again on behalf of the club.
Welcome back, guys. Fantastic efforts this season, Jack and Rex. Well done, gentlemen. Let's find out who are the award winners for the Junior Male and Junior Female Awards.
Thanks, Zane and Lani, for joining me. Unfortunately, we are unable to have the presentation night this year, but we just thought we'd capture you as individuals and a bit of emphasis on last season. So tell us a bit about yourself, Lani, your lifesaving journey. Why do you come back to the club? What did you enjoy about last season?
So my name's Lani, and I joined in 2019 through the Upwey High program. one of my favorite things would have been the IRB camp. I think that was the most fun. And yeah, I love going to lifesaving just because I've made so many new mates, and it's been really fun and enjoyable to like learn from the peers and leaders of the club.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the club's awesome. It's like a second family to everyone. Yeah. So yeah, you're well and truly cemented yourself in that family. So thank you for last season. Zane, tell us a bit about yourself, mate. What do you see in the future? What did you enjoy about last season?
So I did my bronze with Lani in 2019 through Upway, and since then I've done the development camp, which was run at Waratah, and that was just a good understanding of everything. You know, it really develops your skills. And as far as last season went, I was there quite a bit, to be honest, and it was just good. You know, it's a good group of people, everyone involved, because everyone just likes coming back, and everyone's really keen to, you know, get the job done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the best thing about lifesaving is it's we all come from different walks of life, and the lifesaving community, we're all like-minded people. We're all there to have fun, do a job, serve the community, and you know, it's a credit to both you guys, you young emerging leaders of the club. So the club would actually like to thank you both for your service. Lani, you've actually been awarded the most outstanding junior female for 2021 season. And Zane, you've been stitched up as well. You've also been awarded most outstanding junior male. So look,
awesome.
Credit to yourselves. You're both hard, dedicated, working. You guys got long futures at the club. You know, the new bronzes this year are going to look up to you guys. So thanks so much for your service, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Em.
Congratulations, Lani and Zane, on your Best Junior Member Awards. You guys are dead set legends. The next award is the Courageous Rescue Award. Here we go, people.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks, Izzy, for joining me. We're just going to talk about the 2021 season, in particular the mass rescue that Hellfish successfully conducted. Isabel Clark, do you want to tell us a bit about, you know, the mass rescue itself? You know, what was it good to see? You know, what did you enjoy about the actual mass rescue itself? It was a successful one, so there were so many positives out of it. So yeah, kickstart us off.
So towards the end of last season, it was quite a nice day on the beach, and we were patrolling. I was a patrol captain that day, but Annie and Louise were both there. We had 5 swimmers who got in a bit of trouble out on the back right shoulder of the where everyone was swimming. When this happened, we sent people in to grab them. They came in, they ended up being totally fine. But one point of this mass rescue that I want to make is that everyone got involved, everyone did their job, and overall it was very successful. It was also really cool to see how the jet skis, RBs, the swimmers, and even a few people on boards, how it all worked together, and obviously having people on the beach as well. It was pretty cool to see all that work together, because it's not every day that you have all of those people in the water. You don't have jet skis and IRBs and boards and tubes in the water, which is pretty cool, which is something positive that we got to see out of a mass rescue. I feel like everyone learned a lot from the mass rescue. I definitely learned a lot from the mass rescue. And yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I can agree with that. Like you said, we had different lifesaving equipment there. We happen to have the jet skis there, but we had literally every bit of lifesaving equipment, rescue equipment to us available at Woolamai, literally there in the water, saving those 5 people. And then, you know, it was an awesome sight to see. So well done for conducting that mass rescue successfully. Annie, give us your take on the whole situation.
Yeah, so I think everything Izzy said is completely relevant, and definitely talks to the education side of what came out of the mass rescue. So yeah, we had 5 swimmers that were all children and teenagers swept into the rip,
And Izzy PC'd it, and she did an amazing job for her first major incident as a PC. It's a really hard thing to do, and I think you did an excellent job, Izzy.
Thanks, Adam.
And then at the beginning, Louise stayed on the beach with Izzy as a bit of a mentor to help guide, and towards the second kind of later end of the rescue, Louise thought Izzy was super confident on the beach and able to run the incident on her own, so Lou ended up getting in the water. But the initial response was myself, Daryl Clark, and Rex Minot out into the rip with 3 tubes. And 2 of the older kids, we just instructed to swim parallel to shore and then in once they were between the flags again. And then we had 3 younger patients in the water with us, and we each took one with a tube. And then, as Izzy said, the processes of a rescue kind of fell into place, and we had a lot of resources. So we had the boat come and help by circling around the group to make sure that everyone was safe. And then we had Jamison, who's actually a member from Waratah, and Campbell as well, who was on the jet skis, and they ferried in the swimmers from where we were with the tubes. And then I guess that was the water part of the rescue. And then when we came to land, obviously some of the kids were quite distressed from the incident. And we had one of our members, Ellie Ryan, kind of took control of the first aid and provided some, I think, incredible first aid to a couple of the patients. And at the end of the day, they all went home happy and safe and healthy, which I think is an incredible achievement of the patrol.
Something really cool that came out of that was about a couple hours after that, I got a message from Max Eldridge, and it was a picture of the 3 patients that went down to Wonthaggi Hospital, and they looked chuffed as they were in the back seat and they were eating ice creams or something. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that's it. It's so rewarding. It's a credit to Hellfish for the guys who conducted that rescue. You know, Life Saving is such an amazing organisation. You have so many different people, individuals coming from different walks of life, all on the beach to achieve the same goal. And we successfully did it that day. So it's a credit to, I've got some major responders here. I've got Izzy Clark, Annie Coleman, Louise Smith, Daryl Clark, Rex Minot, Christos, Ali Ryan. Basically conducted this mass rescue, or were heavily involved in this mass rescue throughout the 2021 season. And you guys have all been awarded the Darren Adams Memorial Award, which is the most courageous rescue. So you 2 are actually award winners for that. So thank you for speaking on behalf of the other award winners. But to all the other award winners, you know, in recognition of the courageousness displayed whilst rescuing patients in a mass rescue during the 2021 season successfully, thank you so much for your service, and thank you for keeping those members safe.
Thank you. Also, Campbell, you didn't mention yourself, but you were there and you took in 2 of those patients on the jet ski. So I think the award will be going to you as well, and couldn't have happened without you. So thank you.
No stress. No, I think it was awesome to be there. Awesome to see all of our members of Woolamai sort of getting involved. And at the end of the day, like you said, Izzy, it's so rewarding to see those patients all happy and safe. So thank you guys for joining me.
Congratulations to all those members involved for your outstanding efforts. Next up, I'm going to take a shower while we find out whose patrol is the best patrol at Woolamai.
And the best volunteer patrol goes to the Punchy Penguins.
Good work to all of the Punchies Penguins. Well done, guys. You are all going to be a great force to be reckoned with this season. We now move on to the best junior nipper. Let's find out who this award goes to.
And the best junior competitor goes to Aiden Fours in recognition of outstanding competitiveness while representing Woolamai Beach Surf Lifesaving Club during the 2021 season.
Great work, Aiden. Awesome efforts this season. We now move to one of the last awards of the evening, the most valuable contribution to the Nippers program. Here it is, guys.
All right, so thanks for joining me, Stewie, Vicky, Jace, and Charles. Instead of the presentation on this year, we're sort of whacking together just a video to highlight the 2021 season. Particularly for you guys, the Nippers program, which Woolamai just excels in. The program is so good. It gets enhanced every year, and that's credit to all you guys and your hard work and your team. So Charles, I'll throw it to you first. Do you want to kick us off and just talk about the Nippers program in 2021?
Okay. Yeah, we had 280 Nippers join the program this year. It was a capped program, so it's a bit of a reduced program from our normal 400 plus members. But because of COVID, we needed to make some modifications. What was quite amazing this year, there was a lot of work that went into preparing this year. It was a phenomenal amount of work in the months preceding it. It was astronomical. And what was really good is just about all the parents put up their hand to help. So this year was really one of volunteerism, if you like. Everybody said, yep, we've got what we've got. Let's do the best with what we've got this year. And they were so happy just to be able to get out of lockdown and actually attend the program. And with that, you had loads of kids with smiling faces, and that's actually what makes it. These kids that grow and learn from the program leave the beach with a happy, smiling face, wanting to come back the next day. That's, to me, what it's all about. And that's what we got heaps of this year.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was just looking through some photos recently of Ivan Webb took, and just of all the little kids splashing in the water, like the smiles are unreal. And also from the water safety as well, there's a sense of like achievement and just as a whole club program, really, the way you think of it. It's not just the Nippers program, it really gets the whole club involved, and that's why it's so unique and so special. Jason, you've been a long time member of the Nippers program. Tell us a bit about sort of your involvement over the last season of the program.
Thanks, Campbell. Yep. Look, I used to be the Nippers program director, and I guess I've sort of stuck around a little bit longer after my kids have finished Nippers, because it's a very rewarding thing to be involved in, and there's really just so many different things that you can do on the beach, and it's actually great working with Charles and the Nippers team, people like Stewie, that we've finished the Nippers journey with our own kids, but it's great to still be involved, and there's roles for us still. So I guess I just help out a little bit on the beach when Charles is busy, and just help with a few things in the lead up to the season. But it's a fantastic program, and just really enjoying seeing the way that we've been able to overcome some of the challenges of the last year or two, and the work that Charles and Vicky have put in to really make it a great program, and overcome some of the things like COVID planning and putting it on a second beach at Smiths and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. It's very easy to be passionate about something you love, and obviously that's why I'm sticking around. So it's great to see. So thank you for everything you've done. Vicky, apart from being the rock for Charles, what else did you sort of enjoy about the program, and sort of how else did you get involved?
Well, primarily on the Nippers committee, Campbell, I'm mostly involved pre-season, so involved in communications, organising the meetings, keeping those moving along, getting out press and PR about Nippers to excite people about enrolling in the program. We get out locally to the schools and to the community here, and we did quite a bit of that last season. It was an increase from previous seasons, so we've steadily grown more awareness locally about Nippers and club opportunities for locals, which is great, and we'll continue to do that this year, and just to build that real sense of community. So looking after the social channels once Nippers gets up and going, getting communications out early and, each day. And it was more so around COVID safe practices this time. And as Charles said, we really had so much cooperation and, joy from everyone just to have the opportunity to do it. And it was a real sense of community and togetherness that we had this season, which was great.
Yeah, beautiful. I like how you mentioned the community. I think Woolamai prides himself very, very greatly on the sort of the, we're a very community-based club. So that's sort of great to see that you guys are getting really involved in the program. And I think you mentioned that you sort of do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and not too many people see that. It's not at the forefront of the program. So people don't understand how much work and time and effort goes into that. So really thank you for everything you've done in terms of that. Stewie, there is such an award that exists. It's called the Stuart and Carol Irving Award. So you want to just give us a bit of history on that and tell us a bit about that?
Okay, the history between about the Stuart and Carol Irving, we got involved early 2000. We took over from Brian Taylor, and Brian Taylor took over from Alan Pitts, and I think Alan Pitts took over from Jason's dad, the Closes. So from Cows, and so the program started Cows many years ago, and then it moved across to Woolamai Waters, and from 2000 we've been involved as coordinators, and also helping out coordinate the water safety, and I suppose the length of time that we've been involved and will continue to be involved. Jason, when he was coordinator of the Nippers, they decided, because we'd been into it for quite a while, that we'd have an award named after us, which is wonderful, over that period of time. And the Nipper program today, every year it seems to be growing stronger and stronger. Each year has different challenges, hurdles or obstacles. From, for example, the elements, the extreme conditions can be really hot, windy, cold, and then you've got other situations such as adaptability. For example, with COVID at the moment, they've had to brainstorm, troubleshoot, trying to work with ratios, numbers that of water safety and numbers of people on the beach. We've also had programs where we've had one program, and then 1 or 2 weeks later we've had a second program. So there's all these different challenges that that confront the leaders at the time, and we all always seem to sort of come away with the chocolates, as they say. So firstly, I'd like to say thank you to Charles and the team that you've had. As I said, last season was very professional, and you've had some extremely difficult circumstances, and everyone that was involved had its fantastic time and learnt a huge amount, especially with the new beaches, having both Woolamai Waters and Smith's Beach running at the same time. It just compounds the logistics of everything. So well done. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, now I suppose we better move on to the award. Okay, this year's winners of the Stuart and Carol Irving Award for Outstanding Service to the Nippers program are Vicky Tuckton and Jason Close. I'd just like to give you a bit of a clap. Well done, guys. Fantastic work. I know you're sitting there in the background a little bit gobsmacked, but that's good. That's part of the element of surprise. We all love that, don't we? Woolamites, we love the element of surprise and just, a few little bombshells here and there. Now, I'm just going to give a quick background of the work that these two wonderful, Nipper helpers, had for us in 2020, 2021. Vicky has been Communications Coordinator and a value member of the Nippers Committee for the last 2 years. She's the person who coordinates all the words that Nippers and their parents see, as well as all the communication that happens behind the scenes. She writes and organises all the local media releases, manages the Nippers Facebook site. If anyone's worked with social media before, I'll tell you what, to try and stay on the ball all the time, it constantly changes. In the challenging 2021 season, Vicky was valuable and resourceful. She secured the foreshore beach permissions and wrote the Nippers risk plan. One of the many insights included the snack packs for the water safety team. And that's a big thing too. You want to keep maintaining and motivating the water safety team always, because they're in the water for a lengthy period of time. And it's really, really important to maintain morale throughout the day. Moving on to Jason. After being the Junior Activities Coordinator and Director for over 7 years, Jason retired from the role in 2018 after his daughters Erin and Ava moved from Nippers to more active club members. In that time, Jason grew the Nipper program from 200 participants to over 400 participants. That's a huge effort, huge amount of growth, and just a fantastic effort. The 2021 season was a year of transformation. The change was not in our control, and to run a Nippers program required the guidance and assistance from someone who is calm under pressure, a wise person and a doer. Jason took these qualities and guided and supported the current director. He stepped in where he could in the setup of the program, including the coordination of supplies, and shared the coordinator's responsibilities on the beach. He even managed to secure significant donations for the last season and sponsorship for the 2021-22 season. So congratulations. If I had a glass, I'd put the glass up and toast to the fantastic, outstanding service. Okay. The Stuart and Carol Irving Award for Outstanding Service to the Nippers, Vicky Tugden and Jason Close. Everyone with a bit of clap, congratulate the fantastic service that these two have contributed the last season. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thanks, Stewie. And just like to sort of highlight that the work that you guys have put in, the Nippers program is ever building and getting stronger and stronger. So I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with this year.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, people. Congratulations, Jason and Vicky, on your outstanding contribution to the Nippers program. Thanks so much, you two. We now move on to the Woolamai Beach External Support Award. Let's find out who takes home this prestigious award.
And the External Supporter Award goes to Barb Webb for her recognition of outstanding contributions to Woolamai Beach Surf Lifesaving Club.
Welcome back, people. Barb, congratulations on your award. The club thanks you for your ongoing support this season. Awesome efforts. We now move on to the Jim Ritchie Award for administration.
And the administration award goes to Jason Close in recognition of his outstanding non-lifesaving contribution to Woolamai Beach Surf Lifesaving Club.
That's a wrap, folks. That's all we've got for tonight. Congratulations to all of our award winners and for everyone watching at home. I hope to spend the summer with all of you on the beach between the red and yellow. Good night, folks. Let's take it away with the President's Award. Thank you, Campbell Smart.
So, you gonna drive off?
Oh, I forgot. I'll go again.
Bye-bye.
And tonight, we've got an... we've got to do it again.
Thanks so much, Campbell. I was not expecting that.
Neither was I. I was not expecting anything. I'm just.
We were like, oh, what do you think this? What do you think it's going to be about? Oh, I think Islanders might be getting an award. All right, they'll ask the questions. What went well? And we're like, yep, cool, easy.
There you go. Now you two lucky winners. Congratulations.
Alright then. Thanks a lot there, mate. Okay. Ciao. And welcome back, people. Fantastic efforts, Barb. And the club thanks you for your continued ongoing support. I keep losing it.
Take me back to the sweet times, the hot nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime. And even if I have to wait till next year, I don't care. All I know is that I'll meet you there in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime, that is where I'll be.
Wow, that was amazing. I actually haven't seen that yet. I was putting this together today, and you've more than outdone yourselves, Terry, Campbell, and Boo. I absolutely love that. Thank you once again for putting that all together for us. I know you spent a lot of hard work and hours getting that video sorted, but well and truly worth it. And once again, congratulations to all the award recipients. You've definitely made and continue to make Woolamai Surf Lifesaving Club proud with everything that you do for the club, for yourselves, for your development, and for everyone around you. That pretty much concludes the formalities of the presentation night tonight. It's not the end if you don't want it to be. Feel free to jump back on the mics and cameras and discuss, communicate, chat with each other again. Yeah, thank you for spending the time out of your evening to celebrate the achievements of the club with us. And I hope to see you all back down on the beach as soon as we can. COVID pending, but things are looking good for us this season. So yeah, thank you all, and have a good night. That's it from me, and yeah, I'll stop the recording now so you can all say what you want. Yeah, cool, thank you.